Minneapolis. We have got ICE operations going on right now in a neighborhood there. We have got an AP camera that is following the action around. We have got protesters who have been talking with ICE agents, putting that mildly. They have been yelling, they have been pounding drums. We have the sound up, but there is profanity. I don't know if we want to put the sound up. We're not going to put the sound up, but we're going to watch what happens because this is live. It is unfolding as we speak. We don't know what to expect because this is a live shot that we are not necessarily in control of, but we see armed officers are coming out of the car, I'm being told, as these protesters are pounding their drums. They are yelling, they are blowing whistles, they are using hand gestures towards these ICE agents who are in a Minneapolis neighborhood right now. You can see that weapons are drawn. We are not sure what type of home they are in front of right now, if they were there to make an arrest, exactly what is happening. But what we are watching is happening live as we speak. So we've got some profanity on some cardboard there, so we're going to move away from that. And now we've got another protester continuously pounding that drum. So you can only imagine the chaos, what that sounds like right now. And again, we're only keeping the sound down because there is profanity. So the ICE agents there on the street, again with the protesters. We are going to keep our eyes on this block in Minneapolis. We've got our reporter there in the region. We've got a camera there. We've got the ICE agents moving in to a home, pushing a protester out of the way. You see it there. It's happening live, and we're going to continue to monitor the situation, as I'm being told from the control room. And we've got ICE agents moving people out of the way, and we're going to watch it here together. Let's bring up the sound. They are approaching a house. All right, we are not sure who they might be after at this point. We're going to stay with it. We were going to leave, but now we see that there is action. We've got long guns that are drawn. They are approaching a house now. We've got several ICE agents yelling into a door. The door is being closed. And now they're going in, kicking in the door. They are walking in with their vests on, with their identification on their vests, with their long guns drawn. This as protesters are out on the street, making noise, alerting people on the street that these agents are there. This is the type of protest that we have been seeing. This is an Associated Press live camera in Minneapolis that we are watching. Who they are after.
So sad because ICE is taking out murderers, they're taking out drug lords, they're taking out people from mental institutions, bringing them back to their country. They're taking out the roughest people, Trinidad Rockwell.
federal officials say that the shooting was self-defense. Tensions here have been mounting for a month, ever since the surge in immigration enforcement brought thousands of ICE agents into the system. Hundreds more are expected this week. Now, Minneapolis finds itself at the center of an escalating standoff between federal and local government. Just this week, 6 federal prosecutors resigned amid pressure to treat this death as an assault on a federal officer.
This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
To Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara, the shooting was inevitable.
The biggest thing that I am afraid of that is real is that we can have a tragedy in this city.
O'Hara took over the Minneapolis Police Department in 2022, 2 years after George Floyd was killed by police.
So we've been stuck over the last several weeks as local police kind of getting dragged into the middle of these situations where there's a community that's angry and frustrated about what's happening.
Do you work with ICE?
No, there's a separation ordinance. We have nothing to do with the federal actions that are taking place. But then when our cops show up, the people who are protesting then turn their frustration and their anger on our cops. We have been trying for the last few years very intentionally to try and rebuild trust with all of our residents in the city because of what happened here 5 years ago. And the concern is when we have outsiders coming into our town wearing vests that say police, engaging in methods that are both unsafe, but also that are disgusting, acting like an asshole to people on the street. I mean, it's just damaging to the reputation of all of law enforcement, not acting like a professional on the street, talking to people in ways that are not respectful.
Where do you think this is gonna go next?
What this should lead to is somebody in charge taking a look at things objectively and saying, hey, maybe we need to look at our procedures. Hey, maybe this actually was preventable. That's what police agencies have been doing in this country for many years. The situation that we're in, it feels almost like things are kind of upside down.
What happened to Good wasn't an isolated incident. The Journal identified 12 other instances of federal immigration agents firing at or into vehicles since July, and one other resulted in a death. DHS told the Journal that in all of these incidents, the officer acted in self-defense because the drivers were using their cars as deadly weapons. The spokesperson called the chief's remarks, quote, disgusting, and said this rhetoric encouraged assaults on officers.
Our ICE officers and our CBP officers are seeing highly coordinated campaign of violence against them. They still need to be able to carry out those operations. We do have to send those federal reinforcements so that we can continue with these operations and make sure that people and our law enforcement are safe.
Across the Twin Cities, a vast network of volunteers have mobilized to track federal agents.
You need us elsewhere.
Right now, they're looking for cars they think might belong to ICE.
Could I get a plate check, please? I look at cars very closely now.
If the license plate comes up in a database compiled by activists, they'll sound the alarm.
You're hearing just a really incredible organized level of response in our